Welcome on the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, let's get your take on the new tax law itself. There have been so many conceptions and misconceptions coming from the public about the new tax laws. From your point of view, this new tax law, is it a plus or a minus on the Nigerian people?
Well, the new tax law is supposed to be a welcome development from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But the management of the people who actually do that, that was to handle the thing, the committee, they didn't do a good job. To my side, they didn't do a good job because a lot of people are not carried along. That's just the truth. And what is playing out right now. Yeah.
Okay, talking about a lot of people not being carried along, on the social media for some time now, we have had a lot of bullet points being put out. Of course, when it comes to the social media, everybody is an expert except that they have no prior information or education on these matters. Now, on the position of the National Assembly, where it wants to probe to be sure that the official gazetted copy that is in circulation matches what is going to be put out there in January. How do you see that?
I was a bit worried the time I watched it on the television in my house. I saw one Honorable Dazuki from Sokoto saying that he went and bought a copy from the information minister from the office in Abuja. So that what they passed in the house is quite different from what
it's in circulation.
For 3 days, you have to go through it and go and collect have to go and collect the one from the Senate and go through 3 of them. He saw that what they has in the House was what was in the Senate, but the one that people that are going to be implemented, that is the one that is in the circulation now, is purely wrong. It's not what it's supposed to be. He was worried that it was a breach to his personality because he's a signatory to that. So anything that happened there, like he accepted it. He don't want it to say to bring it back to check it. That's what we are saying now.
So who do we blame for these discrepancies? One in circulation, one the gazetted copy, another one somewhere. Who do we blame for this, how do I call it, this flaw where we have different versions of the same law, being passed around?
Well, I have said it before, I'll say it again. The people that were given the mandate to write a new tax law for us, which is headed by my friend Taiwo Edele, I know this thing will happen. I saw it coming because they brought school children. I'm telling you because I know the thing from the beginning. I've known him for 4 years before he was appointed. So they brought school children come and show us on television and remove them. School children, about first year student of university or just undergraduate. So they brought them. And whatever they think they did, I know that they didn't carry Nigeria along. Nobody was involved. That is why they have to. I'm sorry, I have to take you to that extent. They have to. The president just inaugurated the implementation committee. What's the meaning of all this inauguration all the time? Because they know they did a bad job. So what I'm saying is that if the president actually know that he signed this into law, he have to face it. But I believe that they hide it from him. It's not a machine now. People have to check it. If the people that brought it did not check it, brought it, the people that work with the president have to check it before they sign, because the president have right to refuse what he thought is not correct. The bill is somehow his bill. It's a presidential bill. So if there's something wrong, he will say no, he will not sign it. So, but he signed it. The Senate president was there. Everybody was there watching him sign it. It's one of the biggest bills you can think about. Absolutely. So anybody talking about this bill with a low voice is wrong. I'm sorry to tell you.
Absolutely. Okay, now, do you think that this bill, let's look at the official gazetted copy now. Let's forget about the alterations. The way it was meant to be, the Tax Act itself, how do you think this would have helped to simplify compliance to tax in Nigeria?
That's it again. In the beginning, I know it will be wrong because I saw it coming. Because they didn't carry people along. What they were saying, in short, the beginning of that bill, I was one of the people who fought to make sure that the VAT is 7.5%. I am in forefront. I went to the work group. I talked to Amgambla. He invited me. I spoke with us. I speak Hausa language. I talked to them. They were able to press them to leave it at 7.5%, not 10 and 12 and 15. Now, whatever thing they signed, which I thought that, in fact, because of that my noise, a lot of things I said there, actually, they accepted what I said. I said, you don't compound our issue by saying, let the a custom be collected by federal government, a lot of ambiguous things that will make you to have a lot of complaints that people will come to demand explanation. It's not correct. What is correct is to charge a low rate. Remove this bottleneck of saying, if you do like this, you don't pay. If you do like this, you don't pay. Because you are creating a room to be hiring all these experts that we call consultants to come and work. Do what they have 200 and something consultants now in the FRI for the first time. 200 and something. It's wrong because they created room for it so that every day you'll be running to them to go and speak to them explaining. Prepare a tax regime that will be simplified. Not coming to add money or maybe going to local government and state to sit down collectors. No. You will allow them, but what will happen is if you do the right thing, like now, what I'm advocating for, which I've been doing it for 8 years, was that I need a tax inspector. That is the only thing that all this thing that they'll come back to what I said now. If they don't do it, I told them in the NTAs, the beginning, when I have the invite Taiwo, it was in a distance, it was in Zoom in Lagos. I was in the NTA office in Abuja. I told him, this thing you are doing, if the tax inspector did not come, you will not get it right. Because one thing is that the taxpayer's right is not, nobody attend to it in Nigeria. Anybody called taxpayer in Nigeria, both whether you are Dangote or forest man, you are wrong. You don't know what they are doing. I'm not talking about spending the money that was got that have been generated. I'm talking about what do you do? What do you gain when you pay a tax? Nobody know it. So, and again, the worst thing about it is that we don't collect our money overseas. As far as I'm concerned now, if you don't have tax inspector, you don't join the OECD and UNDP tax inspector without border. That is what will give you money. And the money will come in dollars, in pounds, in all these foreign currencies. Then the OECD demand that we should have. Then we refuse to have it since Fowler, Nami, and now this man. They say I hate them. I hate them for what? How will I hate 2-3 people at a go? I don't even know the man that is there now. I don't know. You don't know me. So what I'm saying is that we should have tax inspector. What the name of my bill is Independent Revenue Inspectorate Agency of Nigeria. If it comes, all this nonsense. And again, madam, let me tell you this morning. If they do it will cut our security challenge into 70% off. We will manage 30%, which is controlling gun and all. Because if you fight the enemy with the same article enemy you have, I don't think you are right. Use system to fight the enemy, because if you do the tax inspector will tell you that all this money moving here and there, cross-border exchange of money, all this terrorist financing, to calm down.
Okay, so let's take you up on the issue of security. You have promised something that Nigerians have been longing for, which is to see the end of insecurity in Nigeria. Can you shed more light on how your proposal will help to cut insecurity by 70%, as you said?
Good. I will take you to American history. America started, let me say, when they started anything called IRS in 1862. They went to UK to learn because they don't know it. They went and come back. They started. From that period, they started to think of what to do to make it look nice. In 1921, they created what they call it, GAO, Government Accountability Office. I will tell you this thing because that is the only thing that will give you what I'm trying to say. Now, after that, that was the one that is checking what's happening. Because if you don't check the taxpayer and check the taxman, you are wrong. There will be complaint because the person collecting money, you don't explain to the person. You have to put something but the person is still under the IRS commissioner. They collected from there. They come and especially IRS ombudsman. They come and put to IRS inspection service. They come and put to IRS taxpayers advocate. All this is just to make sure that taxpayers' complaint is minimized. They went on like that. It did not work. The IRS was generating between 900 or 1 trillion and just between like that till 1998. So some of them, sure, they were complaining for a long time anyway, but in 1998 it was heated. And some lawmakers said that they will scrap IRS. We don't want them. They are stupid. And one of them said, no, we are not going to bring angel from heaven to come and do this thing here. Let us have tax inspector that is going to be independent, not under IRS again. That is what is killing us right now. Now, it will take time because what they are doing in the National Assembly, I'm laughing at them because my bill had been there for 8 years. They pass it first and second reading in the 9th Assembly. Now they have passed it again in this one, in the rep. Ben Carlo was, the deputy speaker was wise enough to go and bring about 8 people from different political parties. He made them 9. One woman from Benue State. And the man that was reading it that day, because Ben Carlo was eventually was the speaker that day because he was sitting on the seat of speaker. The person reading it is from PDP. Honorable Weke. So I know them, they know me. They ask me questions, I answer them. I know it's not easy to come and challenge tax collector. But we can't die because this is the problem I have now. Let me go back to the US. I know are you getting what I'm saying? Now they said no. Let's establish tax inspector. They now come up with the Treasurer Inspector General for Tax Administration. That is US.
That is outside the IRS now.
That is US. Then they create it independently. Work start. Before they finish training, madam, let me tell you, they got that year. Within 6 months of finishing, because they signed it into law by July. They started work on January 1999. They were surprised that the money, before they start work, they saw $2.something trillion. They said, what? Then when they were doing the inauguration, the man that was C. Williams, who wrote the bill, the way I wrote this one, was saying, they need to asking questions. All this is you people now, the journalists. Hey, how did you people say? I said, we have not started work, but the image, I mean our image that is coming, made them to stop removing money. Then they have not started work. They started making money. You see the difference. Now since that date, I know America is close to 5 trillion.
In taxes.
It's going. That is, and another thing that the area you ask, which is very important, but I want to tell you this thing will do to work. In 2001, 9/11, attack on the so the attack happened. Everywhere was scattered, and the person who signed the bill was Clinton. That is what Nigeria done. They talk about Tinubu is correct to bring this tax law is very correct. It's a long thing that's supposed to have happened for a long time, but it was correct. But what the people he gave it to do is what is the question here? They're not doing the right job. I'm sorry. So now, the man that signed it went away. Is it not correct? The person that is there now is a Republican man. That's George Bush Jr. He entered. What he did was because Nigeria don't know that when they talk about security, they don't invite because I don't know how they are thinking. How do you think you leave the person that will you know the way the money is going? And I'm talking about gun and employing people to come and die in the bush. No, it's not correct. So what what's supposed to be done is that the man said, RS come, bring FIPI, then bring Financial Crime Enforcement Network. That is their own EFCC.
Okay. Financial
Crime Enforcement Network. I want Nigeria to know what I'm saying. EFCC have their job, but it's mainly on money laundering. All this. There are things they can't do. They have federal land will normally invite them to come and do. They can't do anything for federal land. It's not their job. Tax is something you do. If tax inspector don't even go for a holiday, they work even on Christmas Day.
Okay, that's
so let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
When they started, because I have to be told, if I don't do like that, people will not understand. When they called them, the man now said, they were doing it for 2 weeks. The little man was laughing. Now said, you write letter. Give to the man because they are just 2 years old. Because the IRS don't want to call him. I'm telling you what is happening here is what is happening there too. They were against them as if they were enemies. But when they write, the letter have to go to the bush now because it's an independent. If suppose it's under him, he wouldn't have written the letter. Now give it to him. I called him to come. We want America to work. Bam. They bring him. First of all, talk because you are the person who just visited. What do we do? He said, Your Excellency, don't you know that people have been here and this thing is not happening? That whatever thing you do in security, terrorist financing, anything anti-terrorist financing, have to come with us. Because every of this money, terrorist financing, listen to me, terrorist financing, base erosion, transfer pricing, whatever thing you call it, international money that people pay in currencies, other currencies, they wear one shoe, they wear one clothes, they wear one cap, they enter one vehicle. That's it. Come. FBI man, come down from the chairman. You be a chairman. Oh yeah, let's start job. Let me tell you from that day to today, what America used to have, you know that they will only come, somebody will bring gun because they are access to gun. They will shoot people. It's easy to control. That means I said 70% will cut down. They want the unseen enemy is the dangerous thing we're starting here. You don't even know whether, okay, me and you there here now. If you have funded somebody this money, you fund it, you come, we'll talk about it. Nobody knows that whatever doing it. Because that area that is very dark, that nobody sees, is the problem. And the thing is happening through money. And nobody that is hungry that will carry gun. Nobody that is hungry that trade a full day. There must be money. And whatever money you see they are collecting from all this ransom payment is a chicken change. The real money is coming from outside.
Okay.
And the buying gun is coming from outside. So when they did it, Tita started work. Tita now do it that even if you claim you want to come and do non-governmental organization, non-profitable benefit to people. I mean, people who have like a tsunami.
Charitable.
So you want to do it, they will follow you. You put the money, you say the money, where the money is going. They will say, no problem, let us go to where you want to buy that thing. You want to give to people, they will follow you to know where you are, because they will follow you that the money has to come when they are sure what they want to do with it.
So from the source to the destination,
they will know it.
To be highlighted, that is where you're going.
There is no need of talking. That is how the thing stopped. And people are complaining, we want to help people. I say, they don't say you should not help people. Let us know where the money is going.
Okay, so this is a new law. This is a new law. The law is just in its inception. And we know that eventually as they begin to, implement, there might be diversifications to include what you are saying. But there's an important point you raised somewhere about individuals being ignorant about the taxes that they pay and how these taxes go. Now, would you blame the government or the individual? Because in other countries, we have individuals being able to sit down with pen and paper and calculate their taxes for the year, which is not the case here in Nigeria. So the issue of individuals being ignorant about taxes, is that on the government or on the individuals themselves?
Do you know how much you are paying in Nigerian tax?
Well, I know what my payee tax is.
Okay, because
but when it comes to VAT, when it comes to VAT and other issues, I think most people in Nigeria know they pay 7.5%.
Okay, thank you. Let me just come again. Because you are working. That question is wrong. I'm supposed to talk about the people who don't work. Can you even assess them? Do you know whether they are paying or not? We have nothing to... If you put this tax inspector to take care of what you're asking me. Simple. Because there's no accountability in the Federal Revenue Operation. They have told them to challenge me in television. They refuse to come. They will not talk up to 30 minutes. They will go away. Because I don't know what to tell me that somebody is telling to go and employ soldiers up to 100 personnel, police 50,000, police. What Nigeria was just doing to pump money for nonsense. Spending our money on nonsense. I'm telling you, because why I'm saying nonsense is that how will you create something that you're going to train people? You make them to be fast now. They will come out quickly so that they'll go to the bush and die. For what? We have a way out.
Okay, sir, away from that, let's look at the issue of the PDP. Now, the PDP has asked for an extension of 6 months. Do you think their request is founded, or it's just another act of the opposition trying to put a clog in the wheel when there's progress to be made?
That is why I am a technocrat. I don't join issues. There have been a lot of political people have approached me. I refuse to go because I know they want to put me where I'll come and talk about politics. That is nonsense.
Okay, outside.
I'll take that one.
Okay, let's take it from this angle. Let's forget about the fact that the request came from the PDP. In the light of the knowledge we have now that there was some, alterations or the allegations that there are alterations, discrepancies in the act that we are seeing being put out in the public space, do you think that we need an extension of up to 6 months to put our house in order before implementing these tax laws?
Yes, and there's danger in it. The truth is that whoever is fine, because I know it will be like that, whoever is fine culpable in that thing have to go. Whoever, from the person, the people they give the thing to do, to the president, if the president have to try to swine his hand and say, Siam. If he sees it, I'm sorry, it's impeachable offense. That's the truth. This is what would attack your granddaughter, your grandchildren. I mean, you have children now, or maybe they are not married. You attack their children. That is what we are talking about. Unborn children would suffer what they did now. So whoever did it have to go for it.
We're talking about.
So again, if they want to extend it so that they are amending nothing. We will refresh. In fact, it is completely going to be. Start afraid because I know they say typing error, not the typing error, madam. I was speaking the way they will it.
The extension is not meant to take care of typing errors or take care of amending the act per se. The extension is to find out if what is in the public domain is actually different from what is in the gazetted copy. Again, it is meant to educate Nigerians, because you have said on the program before that Nigerians have not been given enough information about this tax law. So do you think it is worthwhile putting the implementation back by a couple of months to ensure that Nigerians are sensitized enough to be part of this act when it's eventually being implemented?
That is what I was saying in the beginning. This 2 years gone with 5 billion naira given to Taiwo Edele is a nonsense. I don't like it. Why are we going to still give more 6 months? But Bola Tinubu actually brought this in to cure our sickness. Now you want to give it another 6 months again for what? Which is it must be like that because you cannot use this tax now again. The truth is that if you are in a hurry to say that PDP, because I want to tell you that one, if PDP is not doing that, they say the 6 months, it may not be 6 months, maybe more than, because the whole tax will start, the thing will start again. I'm telling you, you will see it. Whatever thing I tell you, mark it, so that one day you will see it, because Chigo can know what I used to tell him. This thing they are doing now, when they want to go and repair that, you will see that a lot of things they did there is wrong. And what I'm saying that to give somebody such money for this is 2 years, and he did not deliver anything, that person is supposed to suffer for it. Whoever is
actually,
involved.
we have a tax law that was brought out. So when you say he did not deliver anything, we actually have a tax law. And you have said by yourself that some of the proponents in this law are actually going to help the Nigerian situation. But away from that, let's look at the taxpayers themselves. If this is implemented from the 1st of January, then in what way do you think it's going to affect taxpayers? What are the implications for
They
taxpayers?
are not going to implement it. You will see it.
Let's err on the side of caution and say they will implement it. Okay, fine. Even if it is implemented the way it is now, 6 months from now, now what are the implications for the Nigerian taxpayers? Until
they bring people on board, like me. When the thing started, Taiwo Edele said he's going to invite me to come and speak in the forum. I'm sorry, he may think I want to come. What money would they give me? I'm fine. So, but he said, send me a memo. I'm telling you, madam, they didn't want to involve Nigerians who know what they are saying. If nobody should go there, I should be the person who go there. I have a bill in the National Assembly. Why will you tell me to go and join Zoom? Is enough reason to tell you that they're hiding something? Because I know Professor Waleke, I know a lot of professors who are there with him, and he tell me to send his my memo to his private mail. Don't send to our general mail, send to my, so that I will evaluate it and I'll call you. And we know, we'll come and present what you want to do. I send it to him. He simply went there and removed ombudsman and put it inside for that. I said, you are wrong. I didn't say so. He now said, what you wrote is correct. We have to change Federal Land Revenue to become Nigerian People's Money, which means IRS. I mean, NARS. Nigerian. This new tax law, that's tax law, and I changed the FRS to NARS, Nigerian Revenue Service, right? Yes. That was my bill. 2 of them are my bill. Fine, you won't see any problem in those ones. But the thing is that they put the other one there, does not stop tax inspector from coming, because even if it's outside, they collapse the Australia own. So they have a tax ombudsman for quite a long time. When they created the Inspector General of Taxation of Australia, they had to collapse it to come under that one, because there's no way a tax ombudsman who is a complete resolutor will go and be somewhere when the tax inspector is somewhere. Okay, so given your knowledge of the tax law the way it is, because given the fact that you have written something, they have written something, I'm sure you have studied both of these. Now, most Nigerians or the layman out there feels from the 1st of January, if I buy sweet, tom-tom, I'll be taxed. If I go to the bank to withdraw 100,000 naira, I will be taxed. If I take a bus, I will be taxed. There's general apprehension out there concerning the tax law. What is the true position of things? How is it going to affect the daily routine of the Nigerian if this tax law is implemented? You're pushing me. I will go where you want to do what me to do. The tax law, if they have when the way they want to do it, it will compound our problem, because people are already paying too much. People are just afraid unnecessarily. Are they saying they shouldn't pay tax? No, they should pay tax. But the thing is that, how fair is it? How fair to the taxpayer? Because the taxpayer that is paying too much, that you know this money, I've been saying it in this particular program, is that a widow that you send money to in your village, that she's even sick that she can't get up from her bed, they use card to go and pull whatever the person they got the card they want to pull it. The person don't know that the person just want to buy maybe tea or something to keep her for you. Then they will charge her. She want to put 5,000 naira or 1,000, even 1,000, they charge 100 naira. This is a poor widow who don't have husband, who has nobody, who is sitting on the bed. They went to put the 1,000. I saw it. I cry whenever I see it. So they pull it, they pay 100 naira to collect 900 against 1,000 naira. It's not nonsense. So I'm saying, even if it will continue, let us have account of what we are paying. What we have here is that we are paying what we don't know. Even the PDP don't know what they're supposed to say. If they know what they're supposed to say, they're supposed to join me to say, Tinubu will do better if they have a genuine argument. If the PDP and the ADC or whoever have their genuine argument, Tinubu will do better. I want somebody to confront somebody with the truth, not to say you want to come and remove him in power. That is nonsense. There will be Nigeria before you talk about ruling Nigeria. If there's no Nigeria, you can't rule Nigeria. So this man came after 1960 to come and bring this tax reform. I was happy. even though they didn't go the right way. But whatever thing they are doing, if it is done well, what are you talking? Whoever is coming, okay, it was Clinton that signed that one I told you. It's not Bush that came to enjoy it. And the thing continue. So we are talking about the well-being of the 4 people that are yet to be born. And the person is talking about who go to enter bus today. Is it not a person that is alive that will enter bus?
Okay, so let's go to the issue of overlapping taxes. We know that part of the objective of the new tax law is to take care of overlapping taxes. With what you see right now, will that objective be met?
I don't understand.
We have multiple taxation in some instances where we have 4, 5, 6 agencies in a sector. You find out that each of those agencies probably is taxing you for the same thing. When you go to the shipping area in the maritime sector, people who import goods keep crying that what they pay as import duties are high because they have multiple taxations on their imports. And because of that, you go to the wharf in Apapa, you find out that some containers arrive there and lie down there, apart from the gridlock, for several weeks, running into months because of the high taxation, which boils down to the issue of multiple taxation. So do you think that implementation of this tax law will take care of this multiple taxation and overlapping taxes?
Yes and no. If they have done what I said they should do, it's easy. Because in the United Kingdom, which is what I was tending to do here, they have Her Majesty Revenue and Custom, and they have House of Common Treasury Committee, that is like the inspector like my own. In the US, they have IRS, they have TITA. In the Australia, they have Inspector General of Taxation and Ombudsman and their ATO, Australia Tax Office. In the Ghana, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Africa, they are doing it. Ghana is charging 3% VAT now because they are charging 17% before. If you carry your top, you are wasting your time. It doesn't bring money. What will bring money is accountability. When the Ghana we venture what I'm doing for about 3 years now. So I did the venture what I'm saying that we should do now. They come down from 7% to 3%, and even so many other articles, they remove VAT from it. They remove it from VAT. So it means that the accountability side, Nigeria is not even what we are paying. If we are if the federal government is remitting 50% of what we are paying, I may have no issue to say here. But what about the security? So what we are talking about, okay, the thing you are saying, if they want to streamline so that they will not have multiple taxation, is it not when you have tax inspector that will be able to guide you? Somebody pay tax. Do you know somebody in a year will use his tax refund, not to reform? Tax reform. People don't know that there's something being given back to the person who pay tax. We don't even. How can you give the person back what he done? You don't even know how much it is. It does no account. There's no account. No, even taxpayers in Nigeria don't know that they are what you call tax refund. So if you are saying how do not you go, if they pay, if what I'm saying happen, if they accept the tax inspector, you will see that the money that will start coming will start going back to about 3% VAT. And again, a lot of VAT will be removed. A lot of VAT will be removed. All this, they say the subsidies is removed. It cannot be the type of money tax will bring. You will see that everything will collapse. And again, all this state and local government that is asking tax from people, because that is the multiple taxation now. You don't need to go and enforce it, carry gun, go drop motor, somebody there for road, you carry catch and say you be tax enforced. They want to start that one now. They want to start that one now. So the state will still be collecting their tax. You see it. So all these things, they create it so that they will put confusion on us. We'll be fighting among ourselves. They will eat our money. Bola Tinubu don't know what they are doing. Federal NRA is messed up.
Okay, so let's come to what you just said, that Bola Tinubu doesn't know what they are doing. That is your opinion.
Yeah.
We do not really know for sure how that opinion came about. But let's move away from that. On a general note, talking about taxation itself in Nigeria, ranging from the 3% taxation for VAT up to the 7.5%, we have some persons, some shops, some businesses that on their receipt, they make the customers pay the 3% and the 7.5%, and yet they do not remit to the general purse. And this tax money which you're saying will make a whole difference in the economy, we'll only do that when we have everybody who should pay tax paying their taxes. So how do you think we should tighten, how do I call it now? How do you think we can block the loopholes where we have tax money being collected but not being remitted to the center?
That's what I'm saying. We are in an electronic world. Is that not right? Why would you put that? Who is talking? What I'm bringing it come to do is to bring tax, what we call it, tax receipt to Nigerians. Whatever thing you pay in the federal revenue will hit the server of the tax inspector, who is an independent person. He don't touch your money. Don't worry what to do. But because of the person that will put the gadget, it's not going to be a Nigerian. United States is using using Indian person to do their own. They change him every 4 years or 5 years. So, but the thing is that when the tax inspector is when they put that in, you see that they will copy a report monthly. This is not a joking matter now. Copy a report to the National Assembly and copy a report to the Auditor General of the Federation, you see. So all this, whether taxpayer, and they will even, the ombudsman will even go to check what people are saying, because for several levels to say that they want to ask you how is the tax, how can the person collecting be the one to evaluate the taxpayer's feeling? It should be independent person, independent office. And when they bring that in, if there's the clear person that not everything is about fraud, though, it may be mistakenly done, we will find out, because the tax inspector is honest. They call it tax inspector without border. You can't do it alone. No. Talking about like now, you're supposed to ask me that one. So what we are saying now, if you come on board, how are you sure that we are not going to be corrupt? If you ask me, I'll answer. I'll tell you that whatever thing you are doing here, they are seeing in OECD. OECD have their office in France. Why the tax administrator, the FRI, have the office in UK? They are not the same. The other day, the man went and bring the France man to come and they do one, I don't know what they call that thing. I'm saying it, but it's very important. Nigerians are complaining already. What do they do?
Reconciliation?
No, they come and do one arrangement that France will help us to do what and do. You're supposed to know what I'm saying, man.
Okay.
They sign it into law.
Bilateral relations with France.
But how many, you see how many ambassadors we're creating now? Are we going to join the whole world where you have a single place you have do tax inspector and you connect with the OECD? Everything happening in the world will be in our palm. Americans who own all this company here are collecting their tax here. They don't come here. You don't need to. There are a lot of tax that are paid that don't need to be in Nigeria. A Nigerian who live in any part of the world will pay tax there. But to have our fair share, 70% of what he was paying. You have you imagined that? Do you know how much it is in dollars in France or maybe in euro or any of the currencies or the overseas? So I know that they don't like my voice because I shout. But I know that if I'm not a strong man, I will not be talking by now, because I succeed myself. I do whatever I'm doing. I have an organization I formed. We are very poor, but we are plenty.
Okay, so you're talking about outsourcing, right? You want us to outsource for this tax inspectorship and for the ombudsman. Did I get you right?
Ombudsman is under the tax inspector. Let me tell you. Investigation, audit, inspection and evaluation, office of the ombudsman, office of the chief counsel, and the office of the inspection service. That inspection service is like a police, because you can hire, if you hire outside police, they will spoil it for you. So we are 6 in number. He went and removed ombudsman. I have told you that one, that is okay. If you keep it there, it doesn't matter. When we come, we collapse it, because it has to be where it's supposed to be, because you cannot evaluate what you don't know. So what I'm saying is that if you have all this, even if with what you just heard what I say now, these 5 different things, they will bring this thing to board. Do you know that the Auditor General sometimes say that they don't know what they are doing? They even scrap it. Auditor General's office was done that for years. It was recently about some 6 months or 5 months ago that Bola Ahmed Tinubu said they are not independent. I don't know what they are doing, but you see that sometimes they will say, hey, there was about something, they find out something. Maybe they don't even find out anything from federal land. They only find out from oil companies and noise making. If we do the right thing, sister, the thing is that we will make over $50 billion per annum. In Nigeria that are living outside, will not be the transfer pricing, base erosion, profit shifting, all these things. Money is there. We will make over 100 trillion naira. You don't need to complain all this complaint with that. And all this asking tax locally. Do you know Trump was saying he don't want to tax his people? He want to tax from outside. You don't kill the people you are with now. Oh, all right.
Okay, now you've talked about getting tax from outside. Let's talk about getting tax from inside now. With the prorating of the tax, it's expected that people that earn below a particular bracket will not be taxed, and that, it will be prorated like that. According to how you earn, that is how you are taxed. Some people are of the opinion that given the fact that most of our people's minimum wages are so low, some place, especially when you go to people who are in the private sector, some people are still earning 30,000, 70,000, 80,000. There are speculations that if we go ahead with the new tax regime the way it is prorated, that a good percentage of Nigerians will go without paying taxes, while just a particular percent will be paying these taxes. What's your take on that?
Well, it's something I'm saying. You see, all these things they are doing, that's why I say they are what the outline is ambiguous, because if you do the right thing, do you know the area they went and make that somebody will do this, will not pay tax, particularly the big man said will dodge the tax. I think will dodge the tax. If the poor man pay this, buying something you pay because you must pay, and you don't even know that you are paying, that's the right thing. But if they are saying that so and so thing, you think will just happen that you will not be seeing money. Don't you see that they bring a 57 trillion this year? I mean, that's what they want to go. So, but you now leave almost $100 billion outside. You are just chasing rat here. I'm telling you, even if what we are getting is as low, and let me tell you, nobody is collecting property tax. Why are they burdening these workers? Why not float it and leave them not to pay tax? Let me tell you, if I'm the president, I will leave them. Let them not pay. Let them go free. You see money.
So pay tax should be scrapped.
I mean the people that are not, that these people are trying to mitigate so that they don't pay. Let them leave them. Let them pay this VAT and forget about paying on that tax. Money will flow, madam. We will get over 200 trillion naira to do it. I know. I live in Singapore. I have traveled wide. I'm an importer. I know what I'm saying. And if whatever you see me saying, I've been saying it for years. And what the other day, the lady from NTA called me and said, the thing you talk don't happen. The tax don't hit ground. We just laugh on phone because they know that I told them that will hit nothing. Nothing.
Okay, so you're watching the Morning Express, reaching you live on ADBN. We have been looking at the new tax regime, looking at the alleged discrepancies, and looking ultimately at how this tax regime will affect Nigerians. And my guest has been Mr. Orji Philip Orji. We are going on a break now. When we are back, we'll take you deeper into the issues in today's newspapers. Stay tuned after the break. If you are just joining us, this is the ADBN Morning Express, bringing you enlightening conversations on issues on the front burner. We have been talking about the new tax regime. My guest has been Mr. Orji Philip Orji. Now let's get to the positive side of all of this. Now, when these taxes eventually are collected, there's going to be more money. And we know that everywhere else in the world, why people are happy to pay taxes is that we see them benefiting from paying taxes. How would you like to see the new tax regime affect the life of Nigerians?
And to make money. It will go back to my bill. If you don't make money, am I going to plan with empty pockets? Like now, this 57 trillion naira budget. A lot of money. They're borrowing a lot of money to make it up because there's no way they can say they can fund it because already 2024 budget is going to be finished this December. This year, nobody touched it. They are transferring it to next year. It may look dirty, but that's the truth. They don't even feel ashamed to say it. The finance minister said it in the Senate when he came to address them. I am not worried. We have issues. We have to solve it. We have security issues. But let nobody tell Mr. President not to sign tax inspector law into law. How will you leave your international money? Let me tell you. Nigerians like to pay tax. Let me tell you. The reason is that if somebody knows that the accountability side is the issue here.
That's an important point. Hold that thought and let's get to the accountability side of things. Now, when subsidy was removed, part of the outcry is that Nigerians say they did not see where the monies that were being removed from subsidy was channeled into. Where would you like to see this money that will come in by way of taxes being channeled into so that Nigerians can, have a feel and a taste of the money that they are paying in taxes?
That is why when I say don't bother about coming to separate the poor from the rich. Continue the way you are continuing. Let us see what we can do. If we make money, which is the first thing, I have to make money. Where the money will go, I don't like talking about because it's not my field. I will tell you what I used to say.
Well, you are familiar with the situation in other countries, having lived outside this country. What are some of those things that people who live in the climes where you have been, who pay their taxes regularly, as you say, whose taxes have been appropriately collected, what are some of those benefits they enjoy that Nigerians should look forward to enjoying by the time our taxes
are hit? I will say what you want me to say is that when you are borrowing money, you are not guaranteed to come and talk what you want to do with it. But if there's money come now, any president can do well. Be it a thief. If he sees money, he will do well by force. No money. They are borrowing everything they are doing, so there's no money. I don't know. People don't like me when I say the truth. Are you going to tell me to start talking about the money that's not there? No. When the money flow in, everything will shut down. Even if there is accountability in federal level, every other agency will be taken care of because they will know that the person they are looking at have been put on those. Because some people will even be doing whatever they are doing because they are saying the person there is enjoying. No. Somebody should not call federal a use appointment. A difficult job to do. You call it use appointment. It's a taboo to my side because if you call it use appointment, you are telling people that people holding our money is use appointment. No, it shouldn't be. A person should supposed to sorry for him because he's in a like now we're calling his name since morning. That's how people call the name every day. So you're supposed to do the thing. One is that they will safeguard what they did in OECD. I will tell you. They went for their meeting in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, 2022. December, second. They said why they want countries to come and join OECD is that it will take care of taxpayers' rights. It will take care of the type of the name they call the collector, because these two people are in trouble. Whatever name they are calling them is in trouble, because the taxpayer actually complaint is correct. But the federal level may not be doing the wrong, like the way I am saying. I may not say they are fraud, but because I didn't know what they are doing. But the truth is that when you do it, you safeguard their integrity. You now safeguard the taxpayers' complaint, because the taxpayer, if you beat somebody and kill a social fly, show him the hand. Let him see. Let him not think you just slap him. Everybody need look. There are some fraud that is disturbing. Somebody will know that there must be something. There's no country that is free from fraud. In fact, America is the worst. Upon TikTok, they go, but they catch them. Instead they go, they catch them, because they went and destroyed backup tape. TikTok find out. $400 and something billion. They find out. They went. It's a Taiwan committee where he worked before PwC. They went and destroyed backup tape for. Don't know. They went and they give a tax code to a multinational company. The people are living up to $800 billion. It did not only affect that people. It affected US. It affected almost all the people in the Western world. Then now PwC is no longer where to be found. I'm sorry, it is the way that would work. If I don't know if he's involved in this now, I will not be surprised, because that is where he works.
So since we do not know if he's involved,
no, that I'm saying now.
Let's keep him out of it.
Yes, now what I'm saying is that what we are going to expect is that if there is anything like that and somebody's caught, I want to send you this money, the person have to go for it. And again, this thing you ask me, if there's something you ask me now, what I want to tell you is that whatever thing that tax inspector will do when they come is that a lot of things will change. Because when we go for training, before we come back, you see money. We never start to work. 6 months training, because you go for training in the United States Academy. United States Academy. You go there for 3 months. People will go from here. You go again for OECD training in France. It's not a small thing. So if you start it now, if you that we thought they are God, go for training for 6 months, who are we that will not go for training? We'll go for training. And because, okay, there was something I was sent to people to read here. The OECD UNT tax inspector, that brother was laughing at you, say, go wherever you like, we'll tax you. We can't tax anybody from where he is.
Okay, so you said they should tax everybody, and at the same time you...
Not the poor. I didn't say
fine,
the poor.
I was going to ask you.
No. I'm saying, like now, the multinationals, all these people, don't even give them this tax waiver. Because they leave the tax waiver and travel to Cote d'Ivoire and places and some of this soap. You don't see like Liver Brothers again. You don't need PZ again. They are there working, sending those things here to come and dirty our place with dirty things, because they pay tax there. But we say take free, they leave it and go. Is that not a meaning that what this electricity we don't have is because of there's not much how much they will give you waiver that will cover the run of the generator.
So don't you think that these waivers are a way of encouraging investors, like, increasing our ease of doing business?
Good. If there must be something called waiver, which I am not against. Singapore brought their own 1959. I know, because I'm there. I live in Singapore. Do you know that they have a lot of places that is tax-free? Tax-free zone. In their seaport, you'll be surprised. But that kobo, you see that no kobo that will pass that will not enter government purse. So if we can tax you and get the money, you will pay gladly. You don't charge the person to die now. And if you want to encourage them, they must be tax inspector. The people that did this in the Singapore that was done in 1959, they have tax inspector that will make sure that what is said happen. Somebody will claim he's building something at or places in Nigeria, and now you go there, you see that you don't clear a land, and now take it and come and take the tax waiver, because you know somebody in the ministries. Because federal land don't grant waiver. So, but if you remove all this bottleneck, leave all this long grammar, make tax very little amount of money. And let me tell you, if they connect, if they do what I tell them, property tax will give us over 30 trillion naira. What are they talking about?
Okay, at this point, I'll have to say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Philip Orji, for having taken our time to come and speak to the issues concerning the new tax bill. I can tell you that a lot of Nigerians are holding their breath and waiting to see how this tax bill will stand. And with the information you've put out here today, I'm sure that some people are breathing more easily, knowing that having this tax is not a punitive action, like some persons have been made to believe that the tax laws are coming to punish Nigerians. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.